Hello everyone, here we are at the Roval for race number 4 of the LRL season. A little bit delayed, about an hour and mostly about an hour because of iRacing's kind of laggy servers and not doing pretty well. But I mean, we luckily made it, and we have a good field of about 14 drivers so far. There could be more on the way with these a little bit longer qualifying since it's a road course, but I'm joined alongside with Wolfgang Hoffman for tonight's race, like usual. So interesting to see how these drivers handle this. Also, since a new update today, iRacing added a new road tire to these cars, so that's a whole different element these drivers have to learn in a very short time, especially if they didn't have a lot of time during the day to practice. For example, if they only practice in the session, they only had 20 minutes of pure practice, and now obviously it's qualifying if they have time. But Hunker's there fastest in practice, and he's looking really fast. He was really quick in practice compared to everyone else. He's going through turn number 1 on his first qualifying lap.
Hayden Lowe also starting his lap. He was second in practice and looks to be his closest challenger for right now. However, Michael, just by his practice pace, looks to be the class of the field at the moment, but qualifying and the race are a completely different thing. These two are championship rivals at this moment, so let's see if one can gain a little bit of points on each other this race.
Yeah, right now Luke Peters isn't in the session, but he still has 10 minutes to join, so anything happen. But right now it would be looking like Mike Rosero would be the points leader coming out of this race, unless Hayden Lowe gets a really good point state tonight. But with this race in particular, since it's the only road course on the schedule, which kind of makes it unique, there is a stage caution for this one, but right when the leader crosses the line, so it's a little bit different. Not a lot of fuel strategy. I don't believe these drivers will have to pit during this this race, but unless I'm wrong, but I don't think they're gonna have to go 11 laps and about 9 or 8 laps into the end. But Mike Rosero hopping over those curbs very violently. I was talking to him earlier, and he said he could really hop on those curbs, and he goes first place, 19.7. No one else has been able to get to the 119s. Hayden Lowe 1.1 seconds off. Benjamin Walker crossing the line. Mike Rosero says slow down. So he's not even going to attempt a lap. Benjamin Walker about 3 seconds off.
Yeah, Hayden going for a second lap here. Let's see if he can make anything up on Michael. Currently the gap's 1.1 seconds, so Michael has a big advantage right now. Hayden got a little bit loose out of, I believe, turn 4. Going into turn 6. Tricky braking zone. You're braking essentially while turning, and you got to keep it to the right so you have a little bit of an arc to the left-hander, which Hayden is not able to do. Now Ryan Honeycutt goes second place. You need a good exit now onto the banking. Hayden gets a decent run.
Yeah, and good exit off of there. Basically full throttle from turn 1 since you're so slow coming off the basically kind of the intersection or loop of that field. As Aaron Brown goes to 4th now, he's going to go his second lap. DJ Daniels going to be crossing the line here. Flips those curbs. Good. A little bit loose off exit, going to cross the line. We'll see what place he's in. And
Hayden wrecks it going in after the chicane, so he's going to be 3rd at best.
Benjamin Walker going to cross the line. He's going to try and improve his 5th place position. He got a bit loose off exit, really putting the power down.
He does improve by 0.6, but not a position.
Yep, Luke Lafaro crossing the line right now. He's on his second lap right now. Doesn't look like he set down a lap that time. The 14 with Sean Conklin. He was pretty fast in practice. He's going to set down a lap right here. Let's see if he set down a lap where he did off track. Looks like he didn't. But Eric Keeter also racing tonight. He's going to put 4th place ahead of Aaron Brown. Only 1.3 seconds. But no one's within a second of Michael Rosero. So very fast for Michael tonight here at the Roval. He's one of the few drivers to get into the first session that we tried to host at 7 o'clock, so I'm guessing those extra few practice laps really helped him. While everyone else was trying to get into the session and couldn't. But Brock Packard to cross the line. He does improve by a whole second, but not enough to position. And Brown get across the line here. He's gonna look to get inside the top 5.
This is not.
He
Oh my
flies
goodness!
across.
What a move!
As DJ Daniels off the exit of the corner. He goes to 7th, about 2.5 seconds off. Luca Faro gonna set his lap, hopefully. 10 drivers so far have qualified. 4 minutes left in the session, so if you haven't qualified yet, obviously you can still qualify, but Luca Faro, really good chicane, it looked like. Not too loose off exit. It's gonna be...
Great lap.
Fifth place. So 2nd through 5th, very close. Looks like Benjamin Fanning crossing the line right now for his the start of his first lap. I believe, yes it is.
Eric Conklin goes, or I should say Sean Conklin. I believe Eric is his actual name, but he goes by Sean on iRacing. He goes 2nd place, ahead of Ryan and Hayden.
Yeah, he was really fast in practice. I think he was 2nd for a while until Hayden Lowell took over that spot. Benjamin Fanning to try to get onto the boards. No, there's a few other people on the racetrack. DJ Daniels on the racetrack, but he's already done his laps. And Brock Packard, but he set there. So as DJ Daniels goes a little bit wide there, but Benjamin Fanning goes wide too. But 3 minutes left in the session. 12 drivers so far have qualified. Has anyone different joined the session so far, or we no one else? But still 3 minutes left in the session, so they haven't qualified yet. I think there's 14 drivers in total. People have not qualified. Benjamin Fanning and Preston DeMello are the 2 people that have not set a qualifying lap from what I'm seeing. Unless there's a few other people that joined. But Benjamin Fanning spins it out as 96 and DJ Daniels still putting in some extra laps for him. Ryan Honeycutt going through turnouts, maybe practicing for the end of the race. As DJ Daniels is practicing again. Still 2 minutes left in the session, so I don't really think much is going to change unless Benjamin Fanning really gets a good lap in, but he's only got one lap here, and I don't know if he put on a qualifying practice lap.
He did not. He did not have time to join the session as he was having glitches with his iRacing. Does not set a first lap. He's on his 2nd lap. Is just gonna make it, I think. Oh no, he gets very loose.
He saved it.
Saves it.
That shouldn't be a 2x.
Oh, he's drifting it. He's drifting it.
Oh yeah, he saved it. I don't know if that's definitely not gonna go. That's gonna be 2x right there. So that's gonna be in his qualifying lap attempts. So no one else gonna be challenging Michael Rosero. Michael basically has a 9/10 gap on the whole field, but man, about 6th to 2nd, very close, and then you have that 7th to 9th range, very close, and then 10th to 11th is very close, and then 12th place, Evan Amundon.
Not sure how to pronounce his name either.
I think it's Amidon, but
Amidon.
Yeah, Amidon. But 30 seconds left. Obviously no one can set another lap, but we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag of this Charlotte Roval race. We are back live here at Charlotte as Mike Rosero goes to lead us down into turn number 1. And obviously at Charlotte, they usually skip the chicane, so we are 2 on this start and the stage restart, or if we have any other cautions during this race. But 13 car field going to take the green. Michael Rosero on the front row, Sean M. Conklin, Eric Conklin, not sure. I'll probably ask him after. But he'll be starting second. Ryan Honeycutt going to start third. Hayden Lowell fourth. Eric Keeter fifth. Luca Farrow sixth. Aaron Brown seventh. Benjamin Walker eighth. DJ Daniels ninth. But Keegan So Elo, yeah, left the session. Yeah, right now he's on this session, so that would jump. Not sure who that would jump. Not sure. So he's on this But yeah, Michael Rosero goes to lead us to the green. We're gonna be cutting the front stretch chicane. So the Porsche safety car, pace car is off. As here we go.
Here we go out into the front. It's time to start the race. The
Green
top
flag.
two in the championship
Green
on
flag
the
is
front
out.
row. Green flag in the air.
Michael with a good start. Here comes Honeycutt to the inside, Hayden Lowell. It'll be a little bit different braking zones. No one looks to do a Tones Hartford turn like they did in 2018, or they said they did in 2019. But so far, clean start from the front two.
Oh, Luke LaFaro around contact with the 96. Oh, that's a 3-car wreck.
Yeah, but they keep it going, most of them, and we'll stay green for now. As Michael Rosero still out in front, Conklin right behind him though. It looks like Conklin hit the outside wall a little bit there.
Big gap back to third. There's a big battle though.
Oh, here comes Conklin looking to the left side. Not going to be able to do anything on Michael right now. Everyone, oh, Conklin hits the inside wall there off the exit of the chicane. Eric Keeter challenging Ryan Honeycutt right now for third place. He's really quick on these road courses. Not a lot of practice for the 28, but I think once he gets a few laps under his belt, he can definitely be a contender. Especially, oh, Conklin!
Yeah. Oh, Conklin all the way over the curbs.
As he's got to slow down for that one.
Slow down.
But obviously in iRacing you don't have to do stop and go like if you realize he hits the wall again. So a lot of mistakes from this 14 machine. He's fast, but he's making a lot of mistakes early on. So he'll have to learn from those mistakes, and hopefully they can not be so prevalent in the second half of this race. With the stage caution, he'll have some time to regroup himself, and he's slowing down right now for the slowdown. That's allowing Ryan Honeycutt to catch him. Top 5 breakaway basically, and then the rest of the field kind of separated themselves. Benjamin Walker and Brown close together, and then big gap between them and Preston DeMello at 26. He's battling DJ Daniels right now. As always, there's a 3-car battle ahead of him. Benjamin Fanning, Luke LaFaro, and who else is that? Next, 91 Evan. So big battles for these guys. As this is a battle for 8th place. Yep. So Benjamin Fanning up to 8th place after being 11th on this lap. So he passed 3 cars in not 1 lap. So I'm not sure how he did that, but
I expected him to come through. Yep. Sean Conklin just got passed by second by Ryan Honeycutt. Sean, with all that damage, has really hurt his race bad. Oh, and Ryan to the wall and Sean to the wall.
Here comes Heater. Big run on both of them. He's going to get to 14 maybe.
Down the inside goes Heater. Contact into the wall goes Sean.
Still side by side. Now. The double rights, but we'll do a crossover.
Here comes Eric Heater now to the inside, turn 5. It's going to be a difficult place to make a pass. Will they make it through side by side? Sean forced out a little bit wide, and Heater makes the move. Heater now up into 3rd place. Yeah, we expected Heater to come through. Expected him, usually he's on pole or at least on the front row, so Very fast driver. We expect him to be a contender for victory.
Yeah, big battle back here. Benjamin Franklin has no rear bumper now. Not sure how that happened, but the 91, 96, and 54 and 12 were very close together. But battle hit very, very hard right now. But the leader, Michael Rozier, really big gap, 5 seconds over second place with Ryan Honeycutt. But Conklin, I think he's the second fastest driver, but he's just not consistent as he cuts the chicane again, clips it way too much. He's just making a little bit too much mistakes. He definitely has the speed to maybe challenge Michael for a few laps, but with those mistakes he's making, it's really hard for him to keep pace with these guys. But right now he's in 4th place, so his race isn't over at all. Obviously with the stage caution, like I said. But he can definitely maybe claw his way back up there after the stage caution, fix some of his damage, and kind of learn from his mistakes he made in his opening few laps. Benjamin Walker, Aaron Brown battling. Aaron clips the right side curb there on the entry of turn 5, I believe, not turn 6.
Yep, Sean, you can just see how beat up his car is. And that's just costing him a lot of speed. He just made too many mistakes early. He's got to get it fixed under the stage caution and see if he can get back up there later. Here comes Michael, or not Michael, I should say Hayden Lowell down to the inside. Oh, Sean misses the chicane again, and he's going to have to cut that and serve a slowdown penalty.
A lot of mistakes from this 14 early on this race. It's better to have him early on than later where you can't really do much about it, but I think he definitely has the speed to do something. He just, like I said, he's making way too many mistakes early on. 5 laps into this race, I mean, Roy halfway through stage 1, he clips it again. That might be another slowdown for the 14. I think it is.
Yeah, he's got it. He just got to stop making these mistakes. At every corner, it's a mistake.
Here comes Aaron Brown for the 6th place position. He's going to clear Benjamin Walker. Can Benjamin fight back? We're on board for 36. He's just a little bit lower than Aaron Brown in the right double right-handers, but I think Aaron's going to get a better exit since he went a little bit wider on entry. But he clips the grass. Let's get him loose. Will Benjamin look for a move? He backs out early. Might be getting the power a little bit earlier than Aaron, but it looks like Aaron really good through that section, the uphill part of the infield section. And Honeycutt getting chased down by Eric Heater. Heater working his way up through the field, and he's definitely a contender. He started a little bit further back, didn't have as much practice as these guys. I don't even know if he had a lot of practice laps. I think he had a few, but he wasn't running that fast at practice laps, but he can definitely sneak up in there and maybe even be able to challenge Michael for the win here. But Mike right now very down.
Yeah, he's putting Ryan under pressure, and he might be the only answer to Michael's pace today. And he's putting Ryan under a lot of pressure. Ryan got a little bit out of shape in the middle of the chicane. And now here comes Heater. He's got a good run out of the chicane onto the front stretch. Going to look to the inside now on Ryan Honeycutt. Down the inside of turn 1. There he goes, clears him, but here he comes Ryan Honeycutt trying to get the crossover. Still there, but Heater manages to clear him.
As Ryan clips the turtle pretty bad, it's going to send him up on 2 wheels for a second there. That's going to move him up the racetrack a little bit, but as there's a big battle for that 8th place position still. Luke Lafaro, Benjamin Fanning, and DJ Daniels looking to the left side of Luke Lafaro on the right, double right-handers.
Ooh, making the move all the way around the outside. DJ Daniel, he might get forced onto the grass here, but no he doesn't. He keeps it on the road. And try and go all the way around. Oh, he pinches him too hard. Contact in the corner.
Oh man, that was really close.
That was close.
DJ gonna get him. Wow,
DJ got him.
We go back up to our battle for second. Ryan Honeycutt lost a little bit of time to Eric Keeter, but here comes Hayden Lowell trying to make a move. Aaron Brown got by 14 of Sean Conklin. Benjamin Walker kind of falling back a little bit from Aaron Brown. So I think we're seeing a little bit of tire fall off right now, and with these drivers, Aaron Brown pulling a little bit. I think he has a little bit fresher tires, saved them a little bit better. Honeycutt maybe burned up his tires a little bit here too. These guys are sort of slow down.
Aaron has to cut. Aaron cuts the chicane. Gonna cost him a little bit of time. Hayden has now got past Ryan Honeycutt. Crucial move for Hayden Lowell.
Yeah, I believe Honeycutt got a slowdown because he was really slow off the exit of the front stretch chicane. So I believe he had a slowdown for that.
Eric Heater was 1 second slower than Michael Rosero that last lap. Now we have a direct comparison. Let's see if he can do anything different on this lap. Now 8 seconds between first and second.
Yeah,
Michael is dominant.
This is only 7 laps into this race, and I think it'll be a little bit different with everyone with like 8 laps to go on the restart right here after the stage. But Heater, I think he can definitely challenge Michael, but right now it looks like Michael's just really gone. He's a full corner ahead of everyone. If you can see from the blimp camera, kind of see Michael going through the chicane right there on the crossing line right now. Still can't see Eric Heater. There's Heater going through the chicane right now. So that's how big of a gap Michael Rosero has on second place. Eric Heater. Heater is definitely not a slow driver. He's really, really quick, and that just shows how dominant Michael is. And I think that just shows how valuable the practice was he had. Just a few more laps. It's not like he had a huge, big advantage on these guys, but he got into the session that was originally supposed to be the actual session, and he did like 10, 5, I don't know exactly how many laps he did, but somewhere around there. But he just kind of nailed down his pace, and right now he's throwing it right now, and he's really quick.
Heater was an improvement from that lap, but still I think 8/10 slower than Michael.
Right now we still have that really good battle for that 8th, 9th place position. And now it's basically 9th place. DJ Daniels and Luke Lafaro are going to meet again, going up the hill to these double right-handers. There's about 2 double right-handers, I would say. The one after turn 1 and 2, and then the ones after reverse double right-handers. So the uphill one, very challenging, like you said during qualifying. Very, very, very challenging corners going uphill and braking. But looks like DJ Daniels pulled out to a little bit of a gap over Luke Lafaro as we have some smoke. Although Benjamin Fanning gets passed by DJ Daniels, I think he might have had a slowdown or something happened because he was really off pace.
He may have had a corner cut somewhere and had to slow down.
Or he just has a lot of damage. I'm not exactly sure because he really was slow.
Yeah, here comes Luke Lafaro now. He's gonna want to get past him as quickly as possible because he does not want to let DJ Daniel get away. And Benjamin Fanning locked up, has to go through the chicane, has to cut across it, and here comes Luke Lafaro, who's outside, will pass him into turn 1. Luke Lafaro now up to 9th place.
Yeah, lap number 9 in the books for Michael Rosero. About to be lap 10 here, about half an oval, I guess you could say. But he just, like we said, he's putting on a clinic right now, but still early in this race. Still only halfway through. We saw that stage caution, like I've been saying a lot. The reason I've been saying that is just because road course racing is so much about strategy and saving your tires, because there's a lot more turns here. It's about the same turns you have it's actually probably more turns than you have in a normal oval race. If you count like all the laps together and that stuff. A lot more wear on the tires than you would in a normal oval race, and it affects you a little bit differently, especially with this high horsepower and low downforce package. Really, really, tire wear is very important here, especially at the Roval. It's like a street course, basically. Half of it's a street course and half of it's an oval. So,
yep. Here comes Aaron Brown now in a battle with Benjamin Walker for 5th. Aaron looks like he saved his tires very good, and now he's going to look to the inside on Benjamin Walker, but Benjamin gets into the corner just well enough to prevent Aaron from getting him.
I thought Benjamin was going to slip there. I heard him sliding, but...
Yeah, he looked a little bit out of shape through turn 1. Just right in the limit. Aaron trying to duck underneath him now. Aaron sticks his nose in there, but not able to get in there fully.
It looks like everyone has a little bit of damage on their car, so hopefully they can fix that up during the stage caution. Because Aaron Brown has damage, Benjamin Walker has some damage. I know Benjamin Fanning has no rear bumper. Luke Lafaro has some damage, and DJ Daniels has damage. So a lot of these midfield drivers have damage, probably because they were battling so much with other drivers. But obviously, it's a pretty tough racetrack also. But we're nearing the end of the stage, or about the end of the stage. Comes to the white flag of the stage. So this is for a stage point between Aaron Brown and Benjamin Walker. I don't think
Yep.
Aaron's running the whole season, so he didn't
Yep.
miss 2 races. So he can still run the rest of the season and still be in contention. According to drops, he's heated on pit lane.
Yep.
So
And actually, these guys, Aaron and Aaron Benjamin, will actually have less time because the caution comes
Benjamin
out.
down pit lane
Oh
too.
no, they're both down pit road, but I believe these guys will have less time to sort this battle out because as soon as the leader crosses the line, then the caution comes out.
Yeah, so it's not top 5, as everyone else stays out. Yes, they do. So only those guys stay pit. The thing is, they're probably got to start in the back because I don't know if they have enough time to catch the guys that are going to be pitting here. So as soon as the leader crosses the line, which Michael has a big gap to second, so if Michael just keeps pushing, if he catches the pace car in time, he can maybe just pit by himself and still be at the race leader at the end of the stage.
Yep.
I guess
Caution at the end of this lap,
caution,
correct?
Yeah, caution is at the end of this lap. So second half of the race will be a little bit shorter. I think about 8-9 laps. Depends. I think it'll be 8 laps. Still have 11 laps to go here, but we're coming to 10 to go.
And down to the final chicane comes Michael.
11.
Here he goes. Out of the final chicane, and he will win the stage.
And the caution is out. So let's see if the pace car picks up Michael, or will he have to go drive around? I think he'll have to drive around. So yeah, pace car is not out, so he'll have to go catch the pace car. So this helps. This helps the guys that pitted there, because now they can have a chance to catch up to Michael, since he has to go around a whole nother lap and get the pace car. But we're gonna take a quick break before they catch the pace car, and we'll be right back for pit stops. We're back live here, and these guys are about to pit. And right through that shot, pit lane 2 camera, we'll see half the field pit, and about 3-4 cars stay out here. That being Eric Keeter, Aaron Brown, and Benjamin Walker. So pretty fast drivers here. They'll be pitting, not pitting. Almost. Oh god, I was close on the pit entry, but here they come on the long pit road. As Mugger's there, you can see that his pit sign, the Texas state outline, Texas flag. So obviously Mike Rosero, I don't know what state he's from, but probably Texas. As all of these guys take tires, I believe all of them did take a fast repair. 9 laps to go so far. Let's see who gets off of pit road first. Benjamin Farron gets a pretty good stop, but he's got psych. Oh, I think Hayden Lowell got Ryan Honeycutt right there. Yes, he did. So we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back before the new flag. We're back live here at the Roval as about to go green. So this is going to be a very, very, very interesting restart here. Going to be probably a little bit faster than the first restart, because that restart the leader had to go on green. This time it's up to the leader's choice. So Wolfgang, what do you think is going to happen here in about probably about 10 seconds?
Well, I think Heater's going to get a good jump and lead into turn 1. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, so hopefully he doesn't chase Elliott right here. And
no.
I'm not sure what's going to happen. This pace car is off, the Porsche safety car, as it's called. We go through the blue cones. And Heater goes a little bit earlier than green, but they're going to be a little bit faster than usual. And the rewind, Michael locks it up. Hayden around.
Oh, Hayden. LaFaro's spinning. Oh, man.
Hayden low into the wall. Oh, big wreck. Oh, Luke LaFaro into the wall.
Conklin, DJ Daniel.
That's going to be a
that's
caution.
A caution.
Right there.
Wow.
Eric Keeter is your leader. As that was 4 cars wrecked, and maybe actually 5, I don't know. But DJ Daniels involved, Luke LaFaro involved, Hayden Lowell obviously in turn 1 was wrecked. And so a big pile up into what was that? I guess on the exit of the turn 2. But yeah, big wreck as this helps the guys that played a little bit earlier, as Hayden Lowell very damaged.
Let's see what happens here.
I think it was just they were getting way too much speed than they usually do. You saw Michael lock it up big. And
yeah, Luke LaFaro. LaFaro just missed his braking point a little bit and went into the back of Hayden.
It just looks like, looks like they were going a lot faster. They just weren't used to it. I mean, Michael almost killed the lead. He broke her really late. Guys, let's stop our camera. Let's see a little bit better view of this one. And it's a pretty good restart for the field, but Michael doesn't get a good restart, but everyone else does. looks like Luke, yeah, just got into the back of the Hayden Lowell. That's really just caused like the whole issue because I think that kind of just triggered the whole wreck that happened in turn 2 as Conklin got involved there and LaFaro also. Well, just 3 cars right there wrecked. But hopefully these guys have a faster pair to make it through. But I think Conklin used his faster pair, but I don't think his damage is 100% stable. Let's see if LaFaro has his faster pair. He does not. So guys using their faster pair right there. Conklin not used his faster pair. Who else is in the possibly? As yep, we're gonna go.
Aaron Brown around under caution. Aaron Brown just sideswiped Ryan Honeycutt under caution.
And we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back. We are back here at the Charlotte Roval, ready for the restart number 2, I guess, in a row, but in total 3. So, Derek either gets to lead us down to the green yet again. Michael Rizzo this time going to be on the outside. The 2 fastest drivers. Ryan Honeycutt's also up there. Benjamin Walker, he's been fast. Benjamin Faney's in the top 5 now. Hayden Lowell in 6th. A few other people jostled in different positions, but mostly the same as the last restart, unless they wrecked. But here they go. Police car any moment about to pull off.
Yep. It's going to be a straight-up dogfight between Michael Rosero and Eric Heater.
It's gonna be a 5-lap shootout. Heater has one less lap of a tire compared with the rest of the guys, but I don't think that'll make too big of a difference as they hit the blue cones. Heater gets on the gas.
Yep.
Really good restart for a 28 machine. Michael,
Brilliant
not
restart.
too bad.
Michael looking down to the inside, but is not able to get there. And here comes the 36 of Benjamin Walker around Michael.
Oh, contact Ryan
Oh,
Honeycutt in the 14 car. That's for 4th.
Oh,
contact
contact
between
for
Michael and the
second.
36.
Oh, it's gonna allow Eric Heater to pull away a little bit here. They're still battling for 4th behind. As Michael gets a really good run. He's blinking though. Will he be able to clear him? Yes, he does. Conklin really sends it. Great entry for the 14 as he could be in the charge late in this race.
The two fastest drivers now out front.
You're the best for our course racers out front.
Sean
Big
Conklin
training
now
cars
looking to the
behind.
inside of the 36. 36 had a great restart of Benjamin Walker.
Here comes Honeycutt, gonna make it 3 wide, maybe going to the chicane.
Yo, and Sean
Conklin
Conklin over the
overshoots.
curbs. He tried to outbrake the 36, but it didn't work for him. He had to cut.
Side by side behind Benjamin Walker, but Benjamin Walker should be in 3rd, even though it is showing 4th. Conklin obviously still has to serve that penalty. But here, Michael Rosero chasing down our leader. 4 laps to go. Honeycutt very over the curb, but he gets a really good exit off of that final chicane, crossing the line. He's going to get to the left side of Benjamin Walker. Benjamin comes down on
Turns
him.
in on him. Contact, they're both around.
In front of the field. Luckily, only 3 cars involved.
Okay.
Ryan Honeycutt's going to do a burnout. Hayden's going to back into Honeycutt, and Honeycutt loses his front end.
That's going to be a caution right there.
Wow.
As the track was blocked pretty big there, but Eric Heater in the race lead going to be a green-white checkered. Mike Rosero going to be 2nd now, but let's take a quick look at the replay. Looks like Benjamin kind of just
Benjamin just
came
acted
down,
like he
but
didn't know he was
see
there.
if we see a different view if something else happened. But yeah, it looks like Benjamin kind of just came down on him, and the rear tire clipped the 67. But 3 cars involved, and half the track was basically blocked right there. But caution is going to be out for the 3rd time today. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag. We're back live here at the Roval. About to go green here in about, not exactly sure how much time, but probably about a minute or so. We can hop in here, Keplinger. Any kind of final thoughts before this restart is about to take place?
Well, I feel like Heater's going to have an advantage on this initial restart, but the question is, can Michael keep that same pace he had earlier, where he was half a second plus a lap faster than Eric Heater? So, will Heater have the pace to maintain that advantage? Let's see.
With them skipping the front stretch chicane, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. We saw it 2 times right now. I think these drivers are kind of getting accustomed to the braking zones in this first chicane, or after kind of the chicane. So we'll see how it plays out. Michael blinking a little bit, so maybe a little bit of internet. I mean, Heater probably is a little bit better ping, so I mean, a little bit milliseconds could make a difference here on this restart. So you never know. As the pace car pulls off, either the control car right now. There he goes.
There he goes. Heater with a good restart. Not as much of a jump as last time, though. I think Michael sort of anticipated it.
Michael blinks out a bit. Everybody go through that first corner here.
Here goes Michael looking to the inside. Heater is able to cover him off. Down through the infield straightaway.
They both get loose, but still on the back bumper is Michael Rosero. And now look, Conklin looking in the mix. He's been fast in practice and qualifying. He just needs 2 laps, and he's a good hot lapper. We saw him qualifying, obviously. Qualified second.
Benjamin Walker went off in that corner. He got shoved off by Hayden Law. He's lost at least like 5 seconds because he went to the wall. There's a car around.
I think they got tagged by Ryan Honeycutt. That's Benjamin Walker.
Ben Fanning right there.
Benjamin Fanning.
We go back to the race lead. Heater pulls out to about a car-length gap over Michael Rosero. But it's closing through the chicane. Michael had a really good chicane there. Conklin's still there with these 2 wrecks. This could be a 2018 type finish. As here goes Michael on the outside. Coming to the white flag.
There.
He goes high. As he gets a good
the preferred line.
entry.
Here he's going to fight all he can.
Contact! Oh, they netcoed to each other.
Comes Sean Conklin.
Netco saved Heater. They saved them both, Netco did. And now Michael has to deal with Sean Conklin, who gives it up, makes a mistake in turn 1. Michael's going to pull away from him. But can Michael track down Heater?
Yeah, it's the final lap now.
Yeah, Daniel's getting really loose off the corner. He almost spins it.
Yeah,
There's nobody around him there before.
All he needs to do is nurse it back to the finish line. It's Brock Packer, really good result for him. Up to 5th. He's not very strong on the road courses, but right now he's doing really good as he's getting chased down by Hayden Lowe and Ryan Honeycutt. So I don't know.
Honeycutt almost
from those 2.
Oh, there it is! He got jinxed by the announcer.
The outside wall.
Jinxed by the announcer.
Brock Packer into the wall.
As Michael closing the gap on Eric Heater. He's got to have a good run in this in the second to last chicane to have any shot at him, I believe. He had a really, really good chicane last time, but the gap's about 1 second between him and the 28.
Yep, he's got to close that gap. Really good entry for Michael.
Oh, Michael.
Closes right back up to him.
Really good corner.
That was good. He's just got to not blink out here. Heater's got a bit of run off the exit, though. He's like a mile per hour faster.
Michael's going to have to
where it all comes down to. Final corner, final lap.
Final corner.
Michael, there he goes.
Down
he might overshoot this one. He will.
Heater.
He will overshoot it.
Michael has to cut.
Michael's going to cut, but he's going to cross line first, but Heater's going to win the race.
Heater, I think, wins that race because Michael had a penalty.
Yeah, Michael cut the course, so he should. He won't be the winner there.
Yeah, iRacing does not classify him as. Oh, they classify Michael 9th.
Yeah, so he just got He got basically sent to the longest ends of the lead lap. So,
yeah, I'm not sure if iRacing scoring will be final on that one. I think the race control will most likely put him 2nd, but.
Man, what a finish there. But Michael just oversight just a little bit. It was his only chance at the win.
And another win for Eric Heater.
Just there at the right time. Michael was barely overshot it, and oh man, so heartbreaking for him, as he was clearly the fastest driver basically that backstretch chicane, Michael Rosero, that definitely the king of that backstretch chicane.
Definitely.
Yeah, Michael Rosero, fastest driver of this race, but that's not always. It doesn't always mean you're going to win.
Yeah, those late race cautions. I mean, basically the stage caution. I think if we went green from that, he could have definitely would have had a shot to win there. But
yeah,
those two didn't netcode each other coming to the white flag in the final chicane. This race could have been a lot different. They were really lucky that they netcoded through each other because both of them could have wrecked, and Sean
oh
Conklin
yeah,
could have walked out here with the race to win.
definitely. That could have. I thought they were going to wreck each other there because they were both going for one piece of road at once. Two into one doesn't really go.
Peter's going to burn down here on the front stretch if he has anything left. And he does.
Peter putting on a show for the very real, very human fans here at Charlotte Roval after a good win. Pushed so hard by Michael Rosero in those final stages, but they both got lucky with the net code up for my racing. Just some internet issues that frankly saved them both because I think Sean Conklin would have come through for the victory.
This is career red number 44 and LRL for Eric Heater, and just adding to his legacy.
Most successful driver in LRL history, I believe.
he definitely was not the fastest tonight. It was definitely Michael Rosero by a pretty big margin. He had a second gap on pole. And Peter, like I said during the race, he didn't have as much practice as these guys did compared to probably Michael Rosero and maybe Conklin, other people. But once he got some practice laps in, he got the win. So.
Yep. We always knew Heater was going to be a threat tonight. Even if he didn't have the practice, Heater is just unstoppable pretty much in every scenario you put him in.
I agree.
Bring in Eric Heater to the booth for his winner. For the winner right now. Hello, Eric. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So you get the win on the last lap, last corner events, and man, those were some crazy last few laps and last few restarts. What was your kind of plan? You led basically all those final restarts. What was your plan for all those restarts?
I just all I knew was I had to protect the inside because with this new tire, it's just the inside matters so much. As long as you have that, there's not really that much of a pass that can be made. But Michael was able to get it stick really well in the chicanes where I wasn't. So that's pretty much where all of his time was made up. And towards the latter half of the stage, I found some time once I got into the clean air. But it just wasn't enough. And he was just pulling me every time through both of the chicanes. And I just couldn't find what he had through there. So that's really where I had to defend in the last two laps, which I think was pretty clear. That's where he would make all the time and then go for the move. But on the two to go there, or I guess it was coming to the white, I think there was like a bit of net code. I'm not really sure because I was like right through him. So I don't really know what happened there. But on the last lap, I thought he was going to push me through it. I thought he was going to make me overshoot. So I just braked maybe a little bit early, and I was going to let him try to overshoot it, and I was going to go for the over-under, but he just cut the course, and I guess that was it. And he got a black flag from iRacing as well. So I thought he would have probably rather settling for second or just made the move on me and pushed me out of the way than fall back that hard. I don't really know if he expected it to stick more, but that's tough, especially considering the point situation and how it's a full season. But I think he was already in the lead by quite a bit, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect him, but I hope it's not too much. But I'm totally very happy to be sitting here in victory lane for my only start of the season. My last one was Watkins Glen in the main oval type series, so it's it feels pretty great to only make one start per season now and turn that one into a win. So yeah, that's great, and the competition was really tough out there. Michael was just so good, and it really just came down to the restarts and defending positions to get it done, and a little bit of luck with his mistake there.
Yep, congrats on your win. Anyone else you want to think?
Yeah, I want to thank everyone who showed up. The first stage was really good. Unfortunately, the last stage was a little bit hectic, but yeah, just a good race there. It was. I hope it was fun to watch for the battle there, and looking forward to the next one
I
to
have
commentate again. Right.
I have a question before you go. So there's a new road tire model fly racing today. Uh, how much do you really notice out on the track compared from the tire model that we're used to running and seeing here?
Yeah, for sure. It was completely different. The way you had to drive it was pretty unique, and I'd say as long as you didn't slide the tires, it felt pretty realistic. Aside from a lack of lateral grip, so it felt pretty tight. But if you were to get the rear end out, it felt like the tires would just instantly go off, and you had nothing left on them. And then you just slide right through as you turned in. So just I'd say not enough lateral grip, and I felt like that's what it was struggling on beforehand. So I was a bit surprised when I went out there and felt that there was even less. Um, but I don't know how much they're going to tweak it in the future, but hopefully it can be improved. But at least we were able to put on a show there. So
All right, well, definitely just adding to your legacy. 45 wins. Just great job out there.
yeah, it's just a shame that we didn't have 8 wide racing. It's just not
Yeah.
multi-groove, not 8 wide racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
Yep.
that's
Where is
some
it, dude?
right turn racing this race. Some good old right turn racing.
Yep. So congrats on your win here tonight at the Roval.
Thanks.
So even though Michael, I guess, didn't officially second the interview, just
Yeah.
because
I believe
I guess,
I believe race control will classify him second.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
but hello Michael, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So you round yourself up in 9th place, I guess, according to Iris, and obviously the admins will have to review it. But what were you thinking on that last lap and that last turn? Were you just trying to send it, see if it was actually the work or what?
Well, I really wanted to win this race, and yeah, I pretty much just full Jimmy Johnson send it, but I actually thought I could make that stick. If I probably could have if I just got on the brakes more, and it just sucks how you just blow through the final chicane after I could have finally beat Heater a second time, but yeah, it just sucks that these guys just have to wreck when I'm just about to get by them. I was just really faster. I just felt like I had that one in the bag if they just didn't just if they just couldn't keep wrecking.
Yeah, and kind of disappointed for you there, but I believe even after this race, you'll still be leading points, even if you end up 9th or basically. What are your thoughts on these next few races? I think next week we go to Michigan, so that'll be a little bit the first not racetrack that we go to first of 2 season.
Oh yeah, Michigan's probably gonna be really fun, and I mean, if you're a leader, you pretty much have the advantage. You just gotta keep breaking the drive, just guy in the field through the pretty much the whole race, and then you'll be good. But with the now updated, like we saw from a couple of weeks ago, it's gonna be way more way much more pack racing, and it's just gonna be really fun and crazy. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Hopefully, just get another one.
Anyone you like to thank for tonight's race?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for broadcasting. Shout out to Heater on the win. Congrats to him, but I just had it, dude. And I think that's it.
Yep, and we'll see you next week at Michigan.
Yep.
We're gonna bring in.
Well, it doesn't appear that Sean Conklin is in the chat right now.
Yeah, so.
Would we want to bring in DJ Jano?
Yeah, I think we should bring in DJ
Yeah,
Daniel.
he did. I guess according to Iris, he got 3rd. So I mean, but yeah, we'll bring him into boost since he's the next finisher. Hello, DJ. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
You're on yourself out in 3rd, unless Michael gets his spot back, but sure. But you had a pretty eventful night. You you definitely went the fastest out there, but you end up in the top 5, and you sneak your way there at the ends with all those hectic restarts. What was your strategy and kind of what you saw through your windshield on those final few restarts?
Survival. I saw everybody was wrecking around me. That's the only reason I finished third. I had a parking lot in front of me at one time. I cleared it by inches, literally. But yeah, just keeping the car in one piece and being there at the end.
Yeah, you had some fun battles. I believe it was with Benjamin Fanning and someone else. It might have been Luke Lafar, I believe. You had some fun battles with them in the first stage, I guess you would say. Um, what do you feel about the handling of the car and how you could pass people and whatnot, or the good passing zones were?
Just being really easy with the throttle and waiting for them to make a mistake. Cause I found if you try to charge the braking zone or whatever, the car just slides out and it's not fun. Then you get freight trained by a bunch of people. So just being patient and waiting for guy in front of you to make a mistake, and that's when you strike.
Yep, I think for tonight's top five.
Uh, Shadow Racing, Raccoon Sign Shop, one of my sponsors, and thank you guys for putting the broadcast on.
Yep, and congrats on your top five finish at the Roval.
Thank you.
Daniels, he's around Daniel. Um, he's around himself off in third corner Harrison, but like I said, Adams will have to review. Quick was there an incident, but overall tonight's race was very, very hectic. Well, it's kind of how I would put it is two stories in one, two basically stories in one story. You had the first half, which was very not very crazy, I guess you would say, but the second half of that race was very, very crazy. Kind of how the real life Roval is sometimes. 2018, 2019 was crazy in the second half. I mean, we saw a lot of wrecks in turn one like we did in real life, but also, man, pretty good racing. Saw a lot of good mid pack racing. Not so much for the lead, but at the end there, Peter and Michael, what about this?
Definitely a road course race is a lot like a short track. Just about to see who can make the less mistakes, and just like I said earlier, Heater and Michael really got lucky with not wrecking there, coming to the white flag.
Yeah, this was a very hectic race, and I think as DJ put it, and I believe Heater as well, like if you just get into the corner a little bit too hard, it just slides out more than it did before even. So it's very mistake based is how passing is here. Can't really go super deep on the brakes. As you saw with Sean Conklin and a few others where they would just overshoot the corner trying to outbrake someone, and with Michael in the final corner. So just you had to be patient when passing someone, and you couldn't always go for a dive bomb move.
But some people still did.
Yeah, some people tried, and it didn't really work for them.
Yeah,
Surprisingly.
so a lot of people cut somebody off or not give enough room, and they're just spin themselves out.
Next week is Michigan, which should be a very hectic, like almost super speedway type race.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top on that one, because that one is it could be pretty much anyone's race. It's a little bit more pure driving talent based than say Daytona or Talladega. I'd say it's a little bit more of a driver's track than those, but
I know
so
Michael said in his interview that I mean it'd be down a later because of dirty air and whatnot, but who knows? It could change.
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen there?
Yeah, there's definitely some
It's going to be
tire
very
saving,
exciting.
but on like
Yeah,
most
exactly.
2 mile tracks and 1 mile tracks, but also with iRacing's dirty air, a little bit more effect. A few weeks ago, I think it was last build, maybe about 12. Side drafting will come into effect a lot more than here, obviously, because it's road course. Next week should just be, I mean, we saw this in real life, I guess, too, a lot. Maybe a lot of dirty air, I would say, but somewhat more of a pack. Because with Iris and dirty air is a lot less effective, I feel like. You can a little bit more stay closer together, but be interesting. If we compare it to our last mission, we have the side drafting aspect. Should be similar. It was basically a pack race, but had more dirty air involved in it. So I think it'll be very interesting to see how these guys handle that type of racing next week laps, and hopefully we don't have the iRacing server crash on us 2 minutes after the session goes on. So
Yeah, that was an
overall,
unfortunate incident.
yeah, overall tonight's race was actually pretty fun, and it was
Fun
basically
race.
under the lights for about half of it. It wasn't completely darkness. A little bit too hard to see there, but it was close. I think it was about sunset. I'm not same time right now. It is it's about sunset, so pretty cool. But we'll see you guys next week at Michigan in the hot 3 p.m. weather. Yep. You guys next week 7 p.m. Eastern play. Session should go up in about 7:25, 7 broadcast up for qualifying at Michigan. You guys there.
Yep, see y'all